Welcome to this week's UFL devotional. Chuck from DG. This week I'll be reading from Matthew 6:13. But first, let me pray. Dear Lord, thank you, Lord, for this day, Lord God. Thank you, Lord, for another day of life, Lord God. I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings, Lord God, your mercies, Lord God. I thank you for your word, Lord God, and just being able to share your truth, Lord God. I pray that whoever will hear this, Lord God, that they will be drawn to you, Lord God, and I pray that you will draw them to yourself, Lord God. I thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name, amen. So Matthew 6:13 reads, "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." So God does not tempt men, and we can see that in James 1:13. But he will subject them to trials that may expose them to Satan's assaults, as in the case of Job and Peter. Job, God let Satan, do different things to Job to see if it would shake his faith, and eventually it did not. That was just an example. This petition reflects the believing one's desire to avoid the damages of sin altogether. God knows what one need is before one asks, and he promises that no one will be subjected to testing beyond what can be endured. He also promises a way of escape, often through endurance. We can see that in 1 Corinthians 1:10-13. But still, the proper attitude for the believer is the one expressed in this petition. So God wants us to look to him for everything, in good times and bad times, especially in times of trouble. When we do look to him in times of trials, he may not answer right away, but that does not mean he doesn't hear you. God is sovereign, so he knows all. He knows what we need. He knows what we will ask for even before we ask for it. Have faith that he will get you through it. And even if he doesn't, his plans are always greater than ours. Just trust in that. Now let me pray. Lord, thank you, Lord. Your word is just so true, Lord God. You're the same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow, Lord God. So everything your word says, Lord God, we believe. I ask you, Lord, to continue to sanctify us, Lord God. Continue to draw us to you, Lord God. Continue to fill us with the Holy Spirit, Lord God, that we may fight sin, fight temptation, Lord God. I pray for all of UFL players, staff, Lord God, and whoever else that may be listening, Lord God, that whatever they may be going through, that you may lead them, Lord God, show them that you are with them, and you are there with them through whatever that they're going through, Lord God. So I thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name, amen.
All right, guys, welcome back. Real Tough Talk. We're going to go with the next game of the Western Conference Finals. You got LES versus DG. Now, LES is coming in off of beating PME 19-18. And DG is coming in off of beating UTB 23-14. Now, these two teams faced off earlier where DG was able to beat them by like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
LES didn't even score on any passing touchdown. They scored on a kick return that they was able to score to at least get into the game. And they didn't have Jay Will that game. How much different are you expecting to be Ghost now that they have Jay Will, they have Kenny, they have Sal, they have all their picks here. They got all the other firepower that they had this season. And they all feel like they can hit Mariano's cutter. They can beat Chuck. They have that confidence. And they are coming in with the number 5 scoring offense in the league.
I think that they are playing with a chip on their shoulder in this game. they're trying to show that this is not a team to sleep on. This is not a team that, because remember, everybody bet against the team, even in their last game. I did. And they proved me wrong. Now, granted, they gave up 3 touchdowns. So I wasn't 100% on this team. And that's why, if y'all saw the picks that we made or whatever, we were against this team again. But they don't care about that. They came out showing that they are the better team, that they have the opportunity to not only compete with this team, they're able to beat this team. And they're on a mission to do so. After that embarrassing loss that they had against DG the first time, they're trying to show that this is a different team. Especially with the way their defense was energized in that last game. They're trying to bring that same energy into this game. And I think that they're able to do so. The 2 things that makes a difference is the defense, the way they stepped up, and the protection that JJ has with Aaron. Aaron has been giving them that extra protection, and Aaron's always also a good pass rusher.
Yeah.
So he's giving them a weapon on both sides of the ball that they can benefit from. So all of these things that they step up doing in the playoffs, especially, is something that they're going to use to try their best to overcome this DG team, which is pretty much the best overall team in the league.
And Lou, DG comes in with their starting quarterback. He's an all-star. Guy's possibly going to win league MVP for the 2nd straight season. Broke his own record in touchdown passes. All-time touchdown leader. Number 1 offense in the league. Drafted Slutty, who fell in the 2nd round. Signed Randy from UTF. Jalen played great his rookie year. Bones was in the top of touchdowns. This team has everything it needs.
Big is an all-star.
But Big, surprisingly, came up and he's an all-star. But their defense, DG's defense is top 5, but they're 9th in interceptions, 8th in sacks. So they don't really bring pressure and don't really take away the ball.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that side that they didn't really address? They got Randy, but Randy had a down season defensively as far as turnovers.
Right.
Do you think that's a cause of concern when you face the team, or you think Chuck is able to get them past all of that?
I would be concerned because remember, JJ only been sacked once all year. So if you don't have no pass rush, you're giving them time. And like y'all said, Aaron's been doing a good job, son-in-law. But he's been able to protect JJ. So if I'm DG, I'm thinking about it. I don't get a lot of interceptions. I'm not getting any sacks because Jalen is quick, but can Jalen get around a big guy like Aaron? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be big. And then you got to remember, if I'm DG, like you said, I'm number 1 in this, blah, blah, blah. I beat him the last time. I'm going in there confident.
Yeah.
There's going to be easy work.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game now with Elias getting the ball first. After getting the first down, JJ with blocker from Kenny. Those are J-Will cut in the gap for a decent game. I love the way that they use Kenny. Kenny is going to make sure JJ has time. He's going to manhandle anybody. And the fact that DG doesn't really have a pass rush, he's definitely able to do that. Second down, JJ on 4 rush. Throws to J-Will, who makes a great catch through contact in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. Lou Elias scores right off the bat.
That was a great throw and catch by J-Will. It shows why they picked him where they picked him. 2 people on this on the staff who didn't believe in him.
I think all 3 of us said it was a bad pick.
He's shown he kept. Look, we can always say when we're wrong, and we've been wrong.
Oh yeah, all of us. Yeah.
We all unanimously said we were wrong.
except for the Elite 8 where I was going for the Raiders. Ghost.
Yeah. Listen, I just want to say one thing, and I'm showing this play again. We showed it probably twice already, but I'm going to show it again just to emphasize one thing. Look at how J-Will runs this route. He's jogging the whole way, jogging to get to this play. It's like this play, even though it's a great play, this is nothing to J-Will. And that's the thing about how talented this man is.
Thanos.
He finds ways to make these plays look so easy. Look at the way he's running. He gets open on the job. So he's like, it's not Nobody can guard him, and he knows it, and that's why he's so confident that he doesn't have to give his 100% to make these routes. That's just the amazing thing that he's been playing with this season right now.
Thanos.
You know something? That play had to be a design play going to J. Will because
The job?
no, I'm just saying because you know what?
It works.
Kevin, because no longer known as Slutty. That's another one. He's changed his name.
I can't wait
officially.
to finish when we get on that.
Kevin, he rushed and he got past Aaron and Ken. You know what I'm saying? And JJ was under pressure. Perfect throw.
He beat Bones on that play, mind you. Just
Which is
letting y'all
Bones
know.
should never be on defense.
Yeah.
Bones is a horrible defender. But like I said, Thanos. Remember in Avengers Infinity War? How Thanos just went through them like this? That's all J. Will's doing. He's just snapping, making them all disintegrate. And I'm back on the Thanos train with J. Will. All right, DG gets the ball back. After getting the first down, Chuck is blitzed and sacked by Mo right before the throw. What do you think of the play, Ghost?
And I think that this is a close play, but Mo just gets in and makes a sack before this throw. It don't look like they argue that, but like my thing is, I think that they got caught off guard on this play, and that's why he was able to get in without Chuck being able to react in time. This is just a great blitz, a great way to choose when to send Mo. And Mo's a person, he's so short but so fast. By the time you see him, he's already making the play. So this is just a good play by the defense with a big sack there.
I need the best quarterback of all time to know where this blitz is coming from. He has to pick it up on the line. He has to know where it's coming from. Remember, LES top 5 in the league in sacks. Third down, Chuck on 4 rush, throws deep to West in the back of the end zone, knocked away by George. DG has to punt. If you look here, Aaron gets by Chulo, bringing pressure on Chuck. We said it before. When Chuck had pressure early in the season, we see him have mishaps. They're bringing pressure right in Chuck's face here, and they have to punt. Third down, JJ on 4 rush, throws to Sal, cutting in the middle for a decent gain. If you look here, Sal beats Slutty, cutting inside, getting to the 45-yard line. Slutty's not a good defender. I don't care if I gotta get it tattooed on my arm. I don't care if I gotta put it on my Instagram. I don't care if I gotta put it in a blimp. Slutty's not a good defender. I don't care what nobody says. He takes plays off, and Sal knows that, and Sal beats him here. If DG drafted Slutty for defense, they need to get their money back. After getting the first down, JJ throws the Sal on the sideline, getting to the 25-yard line. Third down, JJ with blocker from Ari, throws the Spud in the middle, who gets by Slutty. Track missed the tag, and Spud runs to the 1-yard line. Now, Elias is going to challenge this, thinking that Spud got into the end zone. But, like I said, Aaron brings the blocks for JJ, delaying the pressure. But Spud gets by Slutty. So now you got 2 guys that got by Slutty. He's not a good defender. Go ahead and defend him, Luke. Let's see if you can defend Slutty's argument better than he was defending the offensive players on the field.
I'm going to say that Kevin plays defense the way he plays defense on basketball. If you've ever seen him play ball, you would know what I'm saying.
Oh, Matador defense. Ole, got you.
I'm going to leave it at that.
So now, Ghost, they challenge the play and says Spud got into the end zone. The play is going to stand. Raiders lose the challenge. What do you think of the play?
Dumbest challenge I've ever seen. You're right there. This was unnecessary. I think it's because they were so scared of giving DG a chance to stop them at the 1-yard line. I don't know. My thing is, you're making the DG legend a lot more than what it is. They're a team in front of you you're supposed to beat. You're not supposed to be scared of them that you waste a timeout on a frivolous challenge. This didn't make any sense. Have confidence in your team and let them score. That's what they were supposed to do, but they wasted time out here.
4th and goal. JJ finds Spud cutting in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Femi gets a 2-point conversion. 14-0. LES.
And this is why I said it was unnecessary. Let your team do their job. That's all I got to say to Bill. Have confidence in them. They're playing well. They've been playing well. Let them do their job. That's all you got to do. Why waste a timeout that's going to come back to bite you later? This was unnecessary. your team scored, but I think that timeout may hurt them. That's why you don't make decisions based on instinct or based on feelings. Just strategize in the game and let your team do their job. That's all I'm saying. But they're still able to score.
Chuck gets the ball back on second down. Blocking by Chulo. Those are Randy on the sideline, who runs for a nice game, picking up the first down. Randy's open as Joel rushes in. That is a great blocking by Chulo. They are going to send pressure at him all day long, and he's able to make a block here. But the problem with that is, next play, Chuck is blitzed and sacked by Joel as Joel gets by Chulo. Chulo cannot do it consistently. But Raiders are going to come consistently. They're going to bring pressure consistently. And Chulo gives up the sack here. What's going on, Lou?
Well, you got to remember, like you said, he can't do it by himself. You know, he's probably worn out already from the giver, them going at it. And then you got to remember, DG has one guy who's on his way out on the retirement tour.
Yeah, Dirt was just like you said, it was just a retirement because back in the days you could put Dirt into block.
Right. Hollywood is not a good blocker. Hollywood is not a good blocker. I don't give a crap what anybody say, because he doesn't need to block for nothing.
Yeah.
Block traffic maybe, but a defender, no way.
I think Pam's coming off the sideline would have did a better job than any one of those guys, because they can't do it. Third down, Chuck on 4 rush is sacked by Aaron as Aaron gets by Chulo. Raiders has upgraded the ability to sack the quarterback once they move Spud out and put Aaron in. And that's Joel's leadership. Spud is a team player, and we know Spud should have probably won Give It Here last year. He sat down and it'll put Aaron at it, and Aaron bring constant power. The difference between them is he's coming straight forward. He's pushing Chulo right into Chuck's line of sight.
I'm gonna say
and you
this.
Can't tell me that that's not bothering Chuck's ability to be able to look at the field, because the pressure's coming forward.
I'll say this. It wasn't Joel's great thinking. Aaron missed some games because of family situations.
No, but Spud has always been LES's giver.
No, but
that's
what I'm saying is that's the only place you're gonna put Aaron. If you're gonna put, he's played well with them, because remember in EHS he played giver as well. So it wasn't that big of a.
He wasn't better than Spud though. Spud
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
And to take a guy who made the All-Star team or giving and putting Aaron in is a coaching decision. You got to get bills.
It's a coaching decision. I'm just saying that it's not
an easy decision to make.
I'm just saying it wasn't like, you know, right, like Kaz again.
Because Chulo would have dominated Spud. He would have dominated.
He don't win a coaching award for putting Aaron there. My thing is that's a given. And you know what? Go ahead.
On this play, Bones is opening the back of the end zone, but Chuck is not looking at his side because the pressure's coming towards his face. 4th and goal, Chuck finds Randy in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Femi gives up, Slutty gets the extra point. Femi gives up too much space, and Randy's able to score 14-7. Listen, you got to go. It's going to be only a matter of time before he figures it out and performs, and he does it right here.
And that was a play where Randy was wide open. Like, I don't know where the two defenders were, because by the time they got there, he already had the ball.
Listen, Femi was guarding nobody, and that's the problem. The worst place to give up is the front of the end zone. Mm-hmm. As close as they were, you do not give up the front. That was pretty much their only target on that game and that play. But they give it up, leaving Randy wide open. Of course, Chuck is going to throw it to him. Randy's been a big target for them all season, and you leave him open? That doesn't make any sense. But that gives Chuck an opportunity to get right back in this game with that score.
Well, score is 14-7. After getting the first down, JJ with blocker from Aaron throws deep to Femi, open on the sideline. Femi with the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. Jahai gets a 2-point conversion, 22-7. Randy is caught watching the quarterback as JJ gets the ball off. Now look, JJ's a guy that can run. He doesn't run like Jeremy, but the boy can run the ball. He's ran all season, that's why he only got sacked once. And Randy, let me explain something to Randy. Hi, Randy, how you doing? You was brung in, there was a plus offensive. But you was brung in because you was one of the top cover guys in the league. You sacked the quarterback. Your guy is Femi, not JJ. Femi's the receiver that's going out. JJ's a quarterback that's staying in. He must get it mixed up because he's looking to cover JJ rather than leave Femi wide open, who walks down the field in the end zone for the touchdown.
I'll say this. You got to remember that Randy is a baseball player. I don't know if he misplayed the fly ball, but he definitely, Femi was at least 10 yards behind him. I don't know what he was thinking, because JJ was nowhere near him.
Nope. All right, 22-7. Chuck gets the ball back. After getting the first down, Chuck would block it from Chulo, runs in the middle, get him to the 15-yard line. Chuck is still running the ball. He's not a Jeremy, he's not a JJ, but he knows when to run, and he comes up with a nice run here. Last play of the half, Chuck scrambles on 4 rush and throws the ball up. Incomplete, but Raiders get flagged for pass interference, moving the ball to the 1-yard line. Tell me about that pass interference, Ghost.
I believe one of the players, as the ball was in the air, held on to Slutty, keep preventing them from jumping for the ball, and that's why they earned that flag. Now, granted, I don't think this is a bad flag because I think Slutty was in a good position to go up and get the ball. So you do whatever you got to prevent that play. So, yes, Slutty was livid. They held him. He said that they can't stop him. Yada, yada, yada. You know how Slutty get. But my thing is, this is a smart play by the defense because you give them opportunity to get a jump ball like that, they may come down with it.
Oh, I may have gotten Slutty all game about his defense.
Yeah.
But offensively, I'm holding him too.
Yeah.
Because the dude is a great offensive player. He's one of the top 5 offensive players in this league. And that's where he makes his money, which is why Chuck went at him. And that is a great play by the defense. You take the flag, you live into it for another play.
But hold on, you got to remember, on that play, Chuck was doing laps around the defense.
Yeah.
And in my son-in-law's defense, he wasn't the giver. Chuck ran to one side of the sideline, around, and was able to still get the ball off. That's crazy. I guess
Definitely
that's how Slutty got open. You know, you had all day to run around.
But this is the big play here. 4th down. Well, last play of the game, because it's no more time, but like a second left.
Yeah.
Chuck is going to roll left on 4 rush, throw to Jalen in the end zone. High, incomplete. We go into the half, 22-7. DG at the 1-yard line and cannot score, which is why Ghost LES challenged the play last time when they were at the 1. Because you never know what can happen on 4th down. DG had an opportunity and they threw it away. It looks like Jalen ducked, not thinking the ball was to him.
Yeah.
But it was to him. But remember, Jalen's a rookie. And these are the things that we've seen. But my only issue is the rookie last year, Michael, we seen him come away with a big touchdown pass that Chuck hit him with. This one, they needed Jalen to make this play. Jalen doesn't know, kind of ducks, incomplete. That is a huge stop on going into the half.
And the thing about this is, if I'm this is worrying. I've never seen this before. A game where Chuck is down 2 scores in the first half. I've never seen that before.
And got lucky on his touchdown pass, which he threw, I believe it was like a 20-yard dot where LES left 2 guys open. It was 4th, I believe it was let me see. That first touchdown he threw.
Randy, right?
Yeah. When he found Randy, it was 4th and goal. And Chuck threw it between 2 defenders. So it's not looking good. Go ahead, Ghost. I'm sorry to cut you off.
And like I said, all of that I've never seen before. I never seen Chuck down 2 scores in the first half. I've never seen Chuck not able to score at the 1-yard line. You know, I've never seen that. You know, Chuck always finds a way to get into the end zone. So this is worrying. If I'm DG, I am 100% worried.
100%.
Remember, last year in a championship, Chuck was only able to score 6 points. You know? So I'm worried. It seems like when the money's on the line, when the big games come, that's when he starts to mess up, or that's when he doesn't play as his elite self. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that's what it is, but if you look at the way things are going, you gotta have that thought in your head that there's a possibility. You know, Chuck is still a GOAT, but my thing is this offense is not playing like they have a GOAT on their offense. They're not scoring, and they're not able to stop them by putting pressure on the opposing quarterback. That's another thing that they need to worry about. They're not able to put pressure on JJ. He has way too much time, and that's why he was able to score 3 scores in the first half.
Every possession he scored.
And that is after, remember, your regular season, you shut this team out on offense. They didn't score.
They scored on
and
the kickoff.
Now they are killing you on offense. You can't stop them. That's worrying if I'm DG. They got to find a way to turn this around.
You got to put this on their defensive captain.
Yeah.
This is on Hollywood. This is his defense. They can't pressure him. He's not a good blitzer. And they didn't adjust. They didn't scheme. And they paid for it in the first half. Go ahead, Lou. You tell us about
all right, two things. On that goal line play, in fairness to Pizza Boy, he should have went for the ball. That's number one. They were saying that he ducked. He ducked after the ball was over his head. But still, that ball, he was the only one.
Why are you ducking after the ball? You thought it was ricocheting off something?
He should have went. He was the only one in the area.
The pass was to him.
It was to him. So I don't get it.
Players players in the vicinity, even if they feel like it's to somebody else, if they feel like they can get it, they're gonna go get it. But and Jalen gotta be that guy.
Shows it's a big moment.
Right.
He's a rookie.
Right. And because Chuck said, oh, he did duck. That's why, and they said something to him and he didn't say nothing. He probably didn't say nothing because he was, again, the rookie. You're new to this. What you gonna say? You can't defend it. Also, remember we spoke about DG's bad defense earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing right here. 3 scores in the first half.
Yep. All right, we'll jump into the second half. Chuck gets the ball. Second down, Chuck throws to Sleddy in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Then Chuck on 4 rush throws to Randy in the gap. High, picked off by Jay Will. That is another stop. But if you look at the pressure, Aaron gets by Chulo, making Chuck have to make this throw. And Jay Will, once again, a.k.a. Mr. Thanos, comes up with a huge play interception right here.
And the thing about this, first of all, great interception by Jay Will. And he didn't have to go after the ball the way he did. This is just a dive and catch. And that's why I said, listen, this man talents out the wazoo. We've been saying that. And he's showing it. In terms of Chulo, he's not used to having someone constantly rushing in for him to stay in front of. So you can tell that he's worn out. He's tired. Blocking a guy like Aaron. And Aaron got the engine that once it starts, it's going to keep going.
And then Joel.
Pressure constantly. So after a while, he's going to get in. And on plays like this, he gets in. And it causes Chuck to make bad throws. Hence, interception by Jay Will.
Well, Raiders get the ball back, and they can't get to move the ball at all. And they're going to end up punting the ball, giving it back to DG. Chuck gets the ball. He's going to throw short to Fig in the gap, who runs for a nice gain and a first down. Got to get this guy the ball in space. He made plays during the season. Got to find him the ball now. Next play, Chuck with 2 passes to Slutty getting for it this game. Slutty has not played what we wanted defensively, but offensively, he's putting his team on his back and trying to do everything he can. Chuck is finding him, and he's helping him move the ball. Third and goal, Chuck finds Randy in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Joel gets the sack, but the question was this a drop? Should they have challenged his play? What do you think, Lou?
I don't think so. He caught the ball in turn. He had possession of the ball. He followed through, so that was it. Plain and simple.
It looked like I was just gonna say it looked like they tried to strip him after he already had possession of the ball. And the thing about it is he never left the ground. Look at his feet. He never jumped. He never left the ground. So that's the difference maker. If he would have jumped then this is a different conversation we're having. But he never left the ground. So he had control, and obviously there's no stripping in this league. So once he had control, it is what it is. It was already called the touchdown.
All right, first down, JJ on 4 rushes, sack before the throw by Jalen. Jalen finally bringing in some pressure, getting a sack before the throw. Raiders can't move the ball again, and they have to punt on this. I think they're kind of playing. They're up 9.
Playing safe.
So it seems like they're playing to run the clock out now.
Yeah.
All right, DG gets the ball. The first down, Chuck throws with Randy in the middle for a decent game. 3rd and goal. Chuck with blocker from Chulo is still sacked by Joel. And they are constantly bringing pressure. And now Joel gets his 2nd sack of the game. Yo, Lou, this has to be a concern.
Well, remember, previous show we said, yo, they got to send 2.
Yep.
And they must have been listening. You know what I'm saying? Look, I would have dusted off Dirt Dog and tried something.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing. At least
he's
better
2.
than. At least he's unlike Lonnie, where you, like you said, Lonnie couldn't block the sun if he put his hands over his eyes.
Right.
I think Dirt Dog would have, you know, but
no disrespect to Chulo. DG missed Timmy.
Oh yeah.
This didn't happen on Timmy's watch.
Yeah. You gotta
he's a better blocker than Chulo. Yeah. He moves better than Chulo.
Right.
And Timmy doesn't get tired. 4th down, Chuck on 4 rush, throws the sled in the back end zone, high and drop, turnover on downs. I need Slutty to make this catch.
Yeah.
It's a little high. I need Slutty to make this catch. You can't say playoff, I'm the playoff guy, playoff Kev. Well, if this is playoff Kev, please get me Slutty, because the Slutty makes this catch. Maybe playoff Kev didn't know, but Slutty makes this catch. Slutty was drafted to make catches like this. I've seen Slutty, maybe playoff Kev for 99, drop a first down that cost 99. Am I right, Ghost?
Yeah.
And now I see him drop 6 points that could have brought him within the score.
This is giving me West vibes in the championship last season and drop the end zone. This is also giving me Dash vibes.
Yep,
that's
what it reminds
dropped
me.
In the end zone. So it's like this keeps happening to DG on big plays in the end zone. Here's Slutty. He's the only one there getting the ball, and he can't hold on to it. I think the morale is starting to fall apart because their defense is not able to hold. Chuck is struggling. Slutty is not getting the ball the way he usually does, and that's why he kind of messed up on that play. He wasn't able to hold on to the ball.
JJ gets the ball on 4 rush, throws to George in the middle, who runs for a nice gain and a first down. Raiders killing the clock on 3 plays, and they punt again. They know they're up. They're just worried about killing the clock because now they punted 3 times in a row. Chuck gets the ball on 4 rush, throws deep to Fig, picked off by George. End of the game, Raiders come away with the win. They're going to the championship 22-13.
And this game wasn't as close as it seems.
No.
I'm going to say that. This game wasn't close as it seems. Yes, you may say, oh, they were down 9 points or whatever. That's 1. That's still 2 scores. And 2, the game was starting to look like it was going to be over by the time Chuck made his 2nd score. It looked troubling in the first half when it was 22-7. It was troubling then. So my thing is, they didn't have as much protection. Chulo's not enough. It's unfair to him to blame him for Chuck struggling. You cannot blame Chulo. He had Aaron bashing him coming in every single play. Then you had Joel rushing in. You have Mo sneaking in, getting a sack early in the game. So how much you expect one man to do on his own? I don't even know if you bring Ricky here to guard to block by himself, is he able to stop all of this throughout the whole game? And we already know what Ricky do as blocker. One of the best guys to ever do it. I don't think it would have been enough. It would have been too much for him too. You know, the way that they relentlessly put pressure on the quarterback. So I can't blame Chulo, but Chuck, first of all, had guys dropping passes. That's unacceptable. Then you had him not making accurate throws on certain plays. This play, it looked like he gave up on this play here where he threw that interception. I've never seen that out of Chuck, where he just tosses it up, game over, it's whatever, I already lost. Never seen that. Whenever Chuck is on the field, it's always comeback Chuck. It's always Chuck trying to make something happen. After that last drop by Slutty, I think it was over for him. And I think that's why he took that shot, and it was ended up being an interception. This is a disappointing way to watch DG fall. How many times did we watch this happen? And it seems like this always happens to them. They get close, they get to the Final Four or the championship, and then they fall apart. It's disappointing. Because I was a fan of DG from when they first joined the league. And when they first joined the league, they made it to a Final Four. And then they always come close, always fall apart. And I don't even know what to say at this point. Their defense didn't play well. They gave up so many points early in the game. They could not stop a lot of these guys on offense, especially with Spud running around. Like, there's so much to talk about this team and what they didn't do. They didn't play well at all this game, at all. Chuck scored twice, but it was pretty much over by the time he scored the second touchdown. This was just a pathetic loss for them, and it's disappointing to see that this is the game that we're going to remember this whole season. They played great most of the season, but this is the game we're going to remember. The worst game that they've ever played this season was the game they got bumped in the playoffs.
Well, I'm going to say this. They blew opportunities to stay in the game. The Jalen playing Matador with the ball. That's just before the half. You score there, you get the ball back. You don't score. The overthrow to Slutty, to Kevin, which he should have caught, like Go said, it reminded me of Dash. Definitely was a Dash moment. The Raiders were trying not to lose this game. How do you get the ball 3 times and you don't score? You didn't even attempt to score. What were you doing? What was you thinking? You got them on the ropes. I'm going to try to score on you. Show that you're not afraid of them even trying to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, I don't know. It was something. Then the other thing with DG is that they didn't use Fig how they should have. Dump offs. You saw that one play where he ran for like 20 yards.
Yeah.
That was there all day.
He was absent this game, for real.
Yep. That was open all game.
We're going to go with the interviews to Femi and Simon, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my breakdown.
I'm scared.
Stephen J here with Simon and Femi of LES Raiders, where they just beat the reigning Western Conference champs, 22-13. Simon, y'all came in and nobody gave y'all a shot. They said JJ cannot play in the same field as Chuck. Did y'all offense take that personal coming into the game?
No, we didn't really take anything personal. There was no vendettas or any personal stuff. We just wanted to go out there and handle our business. That's really it.
What was the mindset on offensively coming into this game, knowing that you're playing one of the top 5 defenses in the league?
Well, we know they like to send 2 a lot. They'll bring the hiker and send the blitz in. In those situations, we felt confident we could beat them man-to-man, and it looks like we did that.
The Sal trade. A lot of people reach out to me, said they was bugging for having Sal. Why would they trade Sal? How was y'all able to bamboozle Tiki of letting y'all get Sal in trade?
I mean, his value for him wasn't high enough, obviously. This guy's a superstar, and we're so happy to have him, so lucky, and we just appreciate him to the moon.
Femi, you're going to a championship. I know you heard the talk, as people said a few years ago, you're being drafted was a bust, it made no sense, and now you show as a valuable key card to this Raiders team. How does it feel to be in the championship now?
It feels good, man. It's a blessing. I was happy I got the opportunity to showcase what I could really do on that field, and it felt good, man. It really does, and I'm just happy. I'm blessed. I'm really happy to be there, and I just can't wait.
What are these other draft picks, Jay Will, Kenny, Sal? What do you think they bring to the team that help get y'all to the next level?
They take us to the next level. Absolutely. The presence of Jay Will, just being on the field, changes the whole dynamic of the game. Ken Jack, the ability to blitz off the line, get to the quarterback, give the pressure to the quarterback. He's a hard hitter. That's another great attribute. And then yeah, just having that on the field just gives us that extra step to get forward and get us to the championship. And we're all going.
JJ was number 3 in the league in passing touchdowns. Y'all had a top 5 offense in the league, but now going up against the Monarchs, y'all gonna beat underdogs. How many times do you have to beat the underdogs to finally get people to start respecting the LES brand?
To the very end, to the championship. It's until we win that championship, until we hold up that trophy, that's when the respect comes in. So if that's the case, I like it. I like being the underdogs. It's good. It's a good feeling. You know, it makes you want to, just grind harder and get there.
What is the feeling right now? Not only beating Pams, not only beating Chuck, beating the reigning Western Conference champions. What are you feeling now, knowing that you stopped them from going to back-to-back championship runs?
That's major. That's major. Especially Chuck, phenomenal, one of the greats to ever do it. Going up against him, you never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to stop him here, stop him there. So what we did today, that's just it's honor. It's an honor, like I said, and especially Pam's, a guy that can say one thing right there and make another thing happen. It's an honor. It's an honor, especially going up against 2 greats. It's a blessing. It really is, and it's a good thing. Yeah.
We're gonna thank these guys with us. They have next in 2 weeks. They will play the Monarchs. Nobody picked either of them teams to go to the championship. So that should be a lights out game. The game was entertaining. Shout to them. Not only beat them, they beat DG by 2 scores. So that's definitely a dominant performance. We're gonna give them a shout. See them in 2 weeks.
All right.
Stephen J here with Slutty of DG, where they just lost to LES 22-13. Slutty, they seem drafted you to help get them to the next level. You got them, the number 1 seed, to the Final Four. What happened that you couldn't finish it against LES?
Just a couple mistakes, man. A couple sacks giving up, a couple holding plays after we had a couple good yards. It was just a struggle today, man.
The pressure that Chuck seemed to be under all day, not being able to hold their blocks. Do you think that's something that y'all need to pay attention to coming in next season? You're locked with this team for 2 years. So do you think I need to address the blocking scheme on the team?
100%. A couple things we're gonna do different next season. A couple recruiting. We're gonna come back better and bigger. We're gonna same show. Y'all gonna see us again next year. And I promise it's gonna be a different result next year.
What did they do defensively to slow down y'all passing attack? Then you had 7 points in the first half. Y'all came away with a lucky touchdown on 4th down. Great play by Chuck, but y'all was against the ropes. Why did it seem like y'all can't get the ball rolling? Y'all the number 1 offense in the league. What happened?
Everybody came out different today. We didn't go with the game plan we had. A few mistakes, it just killed us. We was out there struggling, even trying to move the ball.
How big was that play? I know it killed you. You jumped around, got the pick, but Jalen had got the sack right before that play.
That was a game changer right there. We was down 9-2. Even though we got the stop,
you'd have been in the red zone.
I think I would have walked in the end zone with that pick, and we'd have been down probably 1 or 2. And JJ would have been on the ropes. We know how JJ get.
I'm gonna thank Slutty for finding the time to talk to us. Heartbreaking loss, but like you said, he's out with this team for 2 years, so he'll see you back next season, man.
Definitely.
Thank you, brother. All right, shout out to Femi and Simon. We appreciate them giving us the time. I'll go with DG first because I got a lot to say. Then I'll talk about the Raiders. First of all, I'll speak on the Raiders first real quick. You said if it was you, you would kept trying to score, right?
Go for the kill.
Well, that's why you're a part of this cast and you're not playing.
Dude, they don't look.
I'll
They
tell you why.
almost blew,
I'll tell you why.
blew that,
Tell you
bro.
why. They were up 9
They weren't.
points.
Look,
Let me
they
tell you.
weren't. You know why they didn't score?
Let me go.
Because they couldn't.
Let me go.
They couldn't.
They were up 9.
They still wasn't trying to. So not
Chuck
9
got
points
the
going
ball
into the
in the
half.
second half and threw an interception. So you took time off the clock, threw an interception. Raiders get the ball, they run the clock out, make them punt. Then they punt. Chuck scores, right? His second touchdown of the game. Remember, they're up 2 scores.
Right.
They missed the extra point.
Put it away. It's raining. Put it away.
Once
It
again,
wasn't raining this game.
It was.
It
Almost
wasn't raining this game.
It was. It was over. It was
all
partly
LS
sunny.
did was
Yeah,
once they
don't even do
scored-
it.
Once they scored their first 3 possessions,
Mhm.
they had already taken DG soul. Defensive.
Nah, bro.
I'll tell you why. I'm gonna explain to you why. They didn't need to score. They already proved they could score anytime they want.
Dude, they didn't score in 3 possessions.
Well, listen
They
what
were
you're saying.
not trying
And
to
this is
score.
how I know I gotta pull out the pom-poms for you. You're talking more against LES not scoring more, who won the game by 2 scores. Rather than say, well, by the way, did the guy who had 7 touchdowns on his team, Bones, play?
Ooh, speaking of, hold on.
Speaking of, yeah.
Check
Was
this
he
out.
here?
Tone said, I don't know if Bones was tired,
injured.
hurt. Yeah.
What's the rule? If you're on the field, you're well enough to play. And they put him on defense. Stop.
Well, they should have been took him off of defense a long time ago.
So I don't want to hear that excuse, one. Next excuse. Dirt Braun was on a he left UTF, who didn't use him because they know he was past his prime. Went to DG, who used him the same way. Because the old Dirt would have been able to come in and they would have put 2 blockers.
Mm-hmm.
I put none of this on Chulo because they pressured Chuck all day long. Chuck had to run around to get a pass in first round. And they couldn't score on 4th down. They couldn't score at the 1.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah.
On 4th down on 2 defenders, which that was more LES fault.
Right, definitely.
Than DG's
definitely
scoring.
Definitely.
LES was the better team.
Yeah, in the game.
So let me explain to you what's going on. You know why I put this on? Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Chuck has been to 8 Final Fours in his 8-year career. Chuck has been to 4 championships. Chuck has won 3 of them and 1 championship MVP. He broke his record for touchdown passes. He's an all-time touchdown leader. That does nothing for DG because it's not like we made it to the chip because of Chuck. You made it to the chip with Reggie. You cut Reggie to get Chuck. And in the last 2 seasons, the outcome was the same. What makes Chuck on DG, remember, we're only talking about his DG career, any different from Ramsey? Ramsey's going to a championship now. Ramsey went to the Final Four last year. Same thing. Same thing. I'm going to tell you what's Hollywood for. They didn't re-sign Tim. Now, sometimes in the offseason, it's your job as an owner to make sure that people that's not originally a part of the team are comfortable because you want to make sure they come back. Timmy left. Timmy is an assassin. He's paid. He's a mercenary, I should say. He's paid for hire. He left YMM to go to Hustlers after YMM was on the crust of going to a championship. So for a guy that I know is a mercenary, let me make sure this guy is comfortable that he could come back.
Hold on. To be fair, he didn't leave YMM because to be a mercenary. There was internal issues. That's why he left.
Okay, but
big difference.
I heard
big difference
they found out when he was on the field, regardless of what you did. And then he was supposed to sign with IOD and didn't. Tim is a mercenary. Let's call it what it is.
Oh, now he is, definitely.
But he was important to that team. They never went out and got a pass rusher. Once I knew Timmy wasn't coming back, the first call I'm making is to Ricky. They didn't do that. Ricky goes to untouchables. Now, you get Slutty to fall in the draft and you sign Slutty. You draft Slutty. Then you sign Randy. Fig is an all-star. Jalen played great. Bones was healthy finally this season. And all that you had, you lost in the Final Four. So it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Chuck and Pam's legacy is already cemented in UFL. Nobody is going to remember DG going to a championship, DG going to a Final Four. Why? Because they lost. And none of that matters. You got the GOAT, you cut another GOAT, and you got absolutely nothing out of it. Nothing. Remember, the awards that Chuck won goes to Chuck. He don't let you borrow that.
Yeah.
You got nothing out of your investment.
And
You
that
can't
hurts.
say
That hurts so much.
you can't say we had a good run because you already went to a championship.
And you
without
had and you had two of the best quarterbacks to ever do it.
And
And
if I
Reggie and
recall,
Chuck, and they
Chuck-
still can't.
Reggie won quarterback of the year or offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year, yes.
When you
Offensive
went,
player.
Chuck won MVP. When you went to a chip, Chuck may possibly win another MVP. You got nothing to show for it. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Even Jeremy, who wasn't drafted, pulled a sneak attack and won a championship before you. This one got hurt. They didn't adjust defensively. That's on Hollywood. Hollywood wants to be the constant blitzer, and he's not a good blitzer. He's not. They didn't scheme the blitz. Hollywood, the defense let them down and not addressing the offensive scheme, knowing LES was top 5 in sacks. It's going to bring the pressure. You did not adjust for that.
Yeah.
Had Chuck running for his life. You knew Slutty is not a great defender. You knew this. And you still had him playing in a safety spot. Slutty would have been at corner. Well, at least I could protect him somehow. This was a mistake. This was a mistake.
You know what, Jay? With that, what you said, it was bad management because Bones, who's not known as a defender, why didn't you get somebody? Because I thought they were going to not put Bones back there early in the season.
Right.
But you didn't pick anybody up.
Listen, this was a failure. They have Chuck one more year. These last 2 seasons was a failure.
So you saying he gonna request a trade? Like, hey, where the GM at? Where the GM at? We gotta make a deal.
You know what's the worst part about it?
Trade me to UTF.
Chuck, and I put some of this on them because this DG offense was 2 of 7. This is the #1 offense in the league with a quarterback who broke the touchdown passing record. 2 for 7. And I'm going to say one more thing before I go when we talk about LS because they deserve a lot of praise. At the end of the day, and then DG versus UTB, 1 for 3 in the first half, 2 for 2 in the second half, 2 for 4 UBT in the first half, 0 for 2 in the second half. They adjusted in the second half. DG did not stop LES in the second half. LES was not looking to score because JJ didn't all of a sudden become dumb. They didn't want to give them any momentum to let them get a big interception that they can build off of that and bring themselves back in the game. They were out-coached. They were outplayed. And DG got to win this. Now, on this other side, LES, JJ has proved that he's still an A quarterback. But he needs A talent around him.
Mm-hmm.
Last time JJ won an A championship, when he was underrated,
with a squad.
A talent. He's in a championship with LES, A talent around. Every quarterback can't carry everybody. It's not a knock on them. Chuck went to a championship with a less than talented DG offense last year. Everybody don't got to walk through that narrow. This team adjusted and they was not going to let Chuck beat them. And Ghost, what do we always say how you beat Chuck when we did the quarterback countdown? You attack his players.
Yeah.
They attacked Chuck's players. They attacked Slutty early on defense. They attacked Chuck early by bringing the pressure. When you take away Chuck's weapons and make his players have to make plays, that's how you beat him. That's how they beat him. Wesley needs to make a play in the championship too high. Dash had to make a championship play probably behind him. When you make the players have to make plays, that's how you beat them. And that's what they did. So shout to them. This is their moment. It wasn't DG losing the game. LES beat them. They were the better team. They were better than them.
Just looking at the first half proved that. Yeah.
And they were so confident that they took their foot off of the pedal in the second half. And Chuck came out in the first drive and the second half and threw an interception. Lucas said whatever they want.
Bro,
but I don't understand how a team can go
taking
3
the
for 3
foot
in the
off the
first
pedal
half.
when you 22, you 22, you got 22 points. You ain't even you ain't get in the red zone in the second half. That's not taking the pedal
they
off.
Did not fear DG's
okay,
offense.
Yeah, but the thing is, that doesn't mean that your offense just shuts down.
But Lou, Chuck came out in the second half and threw an interception.
Right, but the Raiders didn't get past the
Once
50.
he threw that pick,
Did they get first down?
much over.
But look. But look at this. But that just makes DG look worse. However you put it, it makes him look worse because let's say, okay, listen, let's just say, okay, LES, this first half was a fluke because now they're making stops. They're stopping. They're stopping them. Their offense isn't as good as the way they made it seem. Now DG has opportunity to steal a game away. They didn't.
They couldn't. And couldn't.
So you don't put that on LES.
No. I'm just saying that they weren't. They couldn't score.
But my thing is, but that's my thing is, listen, whether they wanted to score. Go ahead.
Let me guess. All of a sudden, DG figured out how to stop
defense.
LES.
Their defense got good.
Their defense said Hollywood went and put in the Madden cheat code and got the Ravens 2002.
Listen. I admire the coat by Lou right now. I admire it. It's so strong. The coat is strong.
I know you want to find a way to sit down and give Chuck some type of credit and say, listen, Chuck, maybe you good game because your defense was able. What?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
at the end of the day, listen,
they can't afford to do this versus Monarchs.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that score is going to be zip in a quadruple overtime. That's going to be a boring game.
Before we wrap this up, man, this was a great game. Give me your thoughts. Y'all both got it wrong last week. Give me your final thoughts of the All-Star game and the championship game. Give me some real quick and we'll wrap this up.
Listen, when I first started, like the first 4 games, I believe, was 12-3 with my pick.
He was killing it.
And then everything fell apart. All of these teams disappointed me. All of these teams made me look dumb. But you know what? It is what it is. Right here with this game, LES versus the Monarchs, both teams who we counted out who said that they weren't going to be in the championship, they're facing each other. I see LES taking the close game 14-13. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring game, but I think Raiders with their pass rush, unless I don't think Kaz and sometimes Timmy is going to be enough to contain all the guys rushing in. They got Aaron, who's a tough matchup by itself. Then you have
what's the score you got? I'm sorry.
14-13.
Winning what?
14-13. Listen, to have Joel coming in on the blitz, very capable blitzer, and he's not a guy who's weak that just gets pushed by the wayside when he rushes in. Tough guy to block. Then you have Mo, who's fast and short, who could come in at any given time. You got to be ready for that. Kaz is a good blocker, but I don't think he can do it by himself. Timmy, when you have him helping to block, you lose him as a receiver. So this is going to be issues that they have, and I think that that's going to give this LES team, if JJ performs the way he did this game, an edge in this game with the 14-13 win.
And you have, I guess you have JJ MVP.
JJ
MVP? Or J Will?
Picking the MVP, I don't know. But I'm leaning towards J Will or Spud having a big game. Because, of course, they're going to find everybody in the wazoo to focus on J Will. But I think Spud running in the gaps is going to be too much for this Monarchs team.
And Lou, your thoughts?
Well, I'll say this much. Timmy told me to tell Aaron that he's not touching Ramsey on championship Saturday. You heard that, AA Ron? So get your weight up. I think that, remember I said in the beginning of the season that JJ was the Spanish Ramsey because they both weren't too bright. But they both proved me wrong as far as how they played.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 7-6. Ain't gonna be no MVP because ain't none of them gonna do jack diddly squat. And it's gonna be, look, I think it's great for the game. For the league, it's a great championship because these were two teams that no one expected to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they proved everyone wrong.
But
the
you're
Monarchs were in a weak division.
Uh-huh.
You know, but they ran through it. I'm gonna go with the Monarchs, even though, I'm just gonna stick to it. Whoever don't like it, don't like it. I'm going with the Monarchs, darn it.
Monarchs 6-7. I'm 7-6.
7-6.
So you're pretty much saying that both of these quarterbacks, after the terrific season they both had, they're gonna put their brain in the oven cooking. That's pretty much what you're saying.
It's going back. Look, well, again, I respect they both had great seasons. Can't take that away from them.
But the season's over.
But them together on the same field is going to be an explosion.
Well, I'll tell you this. Monarchs and LES played in the regular season. And you heard before my thing died. They played in the regular season. You know what was that game? That game was 14-13 LES.
I didn't even remember that, honestly. I didn't remember that.
Both quarterbacks, two touchdown passes, no interceptions. So 14-13 was a regular season score, and Ghost has 14-13 championship game with LES winning by 1.
All right.
That was the last game of the season.
21-14.
That was the last game of the season.
So you switching your score?
21-14.
Still with the Monarchs, though?
Still with the Monarchs, yeah.
So he changed it to 21-14. All right, we're going to wrap this one up. I want to thank my guys, Lou and Ghost. You will probably see us on the live this week as we go over some matchups, talk about the All-Star game.
It's just crazy that this is only 2 games, but this is our longest show so far.
I know. Much love to y'all guys. We're going to wrap this up on behalf of Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J. here with my partner Ghost, my other partner Lou, and we're going to see y'all guys next week as we wrap up our thoughts of the championship again on live, but we'll wrap it up on the show next week. We talk to y'all soon, man. We talk to y'all. We out.
All right.